Hi everyone, welcome to Lift Big Now. My name is Ashim and you are watching training clips of me performing deadlifts against bands from APT Pro wrist straps which are double looped against the bar. This is part 4B of the How to Build Your Own Strength Training Program series. This second section continues the honeymoon period, and in this video I will give you some hypothetical numbers so you understand how the honeymoon period program can work. I am using the word program and progression interchangeably in this context because for many beginners this is a full program, and yet it is also a progression method. Let's take the deadlift as an example. Lots of absolute beginners are unable to deadlift even 135 pounds, but you want the deadlift bar to be at that right height because there is no need to deadlift with the bar lower than what it has to be. So a quick way to get this right is to set up the bar at 135 pounds, stand in front of it and measure where the bar comes up to your shins. Then move into the power cage and adjust the height of the safety bars such that the barbell placed on them comes to the same height. Okay, time for some number examples. This is session 1 of an absolute beginner doing deadlifts. He's going to start off with the bar, do a few sets with that, and then make small jumps in weight. And in this workout, he ends the workout at 75 pounds for 3 reps. But that's not necessarily what has to happen in reality. You have to go on adding weight, doing a few reps at a time, quality repetitions, till you hit a weight at which the quality of your repetition starts going downhill. You stop at that point. Remember, in the first part of this section, I talked about starting with the barbell and then slowly adding weights. For a beginner, this is how the progression really may look. This is session 1. What you need to observe is that the starting weight after the bar is 50 pounds. Say in session 2, because you based the second session off the first, you can make adjustments to your starting weight. You can start 10 to 15% higher and work up from there. So this second session could start with like you doing the bar, then taking 60 pounds and then working up to say 95 pounds for 3 reps. Then in session 3, you start another 10 to 15% higher and keep working up. So session 1, the starting weight was 50 pounds. Session 2, it was 60. Now session 3 can be 70 or 75 depending on how confident you are. And that way you slowly keep building up. While your starting weights are increasing, your ending weights are also going up. So you're getting stronger slowly step by step. If you get stuck or you experience failure or your form goes to shit, you need to back off the weight and work more on volume. Remember, quality repetitions are the key. What will happen with this scenario is that let's say you keep frequency really high. You train deadlift on day 1, bench on day 2, squat on day 3, then you take an off on day 4 and then you repeat this layout from day 5. Then eventually you will begin handling weights that are difficult for you and you will experience failure, or if your intuition is good, you will realize that perhaps you need more time between days you train the big lifts. So you will begin to make adjustments like throwing in a separate day for bodybuilding stuff, or you will do cardio, or you will take an off, and in turn your frequency will reduce. After a while of this new frequency, you might need to reduce it even further. Be open to these possibilities, but as you notice, you are now doing more work because you are doing your maximal end strength work, plus you are doing some very limited secondary lifts the way I have discussed in the earlier videos. Here's scenario 2. You are returning after a substantial break from regular strength training. Start the honeymoon period program with limited lifts, and you will be doing similar stuff to the absolute beginner. Make note that if your starting weights are high, then you should do a few sets with the barbell and then warm up to your starting weight. I don't want you to get the impression that you take the bar and then you immediately jump to whatever your starting weight has to be. If your starting weight is high, say for example, your starting weight is going to be 315 pounds. You don't just do the bar and then directly jump to 315. Do a few sets in between, warm up substantially so you're confident of 315 because you're going to have to take that much further. Here's scenario 3. You're coming off an injury. I have a personal example because I used this extensively when I hurt my lower back. You must let pain be your determining factor. If you hurt yourself, go back to the drawing board, just do 1 to 2 exercises and keep doing the honeymoon period till you are pain-free and pushing the intensity one tiny bit at a time. To give you an example, I went from deadlifting 135 to 315 pounds in one session using really tiny increments. I went from doing this to doing 225 to 500 pounds after many sessions using small 5-pound jumps with this program. Keep in mind that pain is the determining factor of how far you will push the envelope. The reason why I'm throwing around numbers is to illustrate just how far you can take this method. You can tailor it to suit your needs. By the end of this series, you will learn to program your own training and be your own coach. The honeymoon period is written by Eric Troy, and you can find more information on it in the link that will appear on your screen as well as the link in the description. In the next video, I will talk about basic progression beyond the honeymoon period. Thanks for watching and best lifts to you.